What's going on, y'all? We lit. Y'all about to go back to work tomorrow. I wanted to give y'all a summary. It looks like I'm fat and I have no neck because I'm laying down. But I wanted to give y'all a summary, right, of my first 2 days working, right? I want to give y'all a summary, okay? Look, man, I know for those who are in the USPS, y'all, if y'all watch this, comment below. Let me know how y'all first and second day, how y'all week was, and let me know. Cause look, I feel like I'm just in a whole nother boat when it comes to like learning everything. Like everyone was, when we at orientation, everybody's taking notes and everything like that, like, looking like they were getting it, and I still wasn't even understanding what the terms were, let alone what they were trying to teach me. Like, so look, we go through, everything like orientation, right? So I'm gonna get to the first day, which y'all saw. So the first day, I considered it the first day by myself. Like that was my, first official day on the route by myself. And when I first went in, I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot like there's so many things to do in the office before leaving, and it's like on top of that, you have to listen for the clerks to say certain things. So there's your, of course, there's your flats that aren't in order, and then there's your DPS. Your two or three trays depending on what season, what time of season, or so you got your flats, you got your DPS, then you got um, um, your what do they call it? Your some people call it box holders or something, or it's box holders or whatever you want to call them. Um, you got missed throws. You got what the carriers are. I mean the mail clerks are sorting out. You have to go pick that up. You've got your parcels. It's like so much shit, and I'm like, bruh, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like I go in and I just freeze, and then I remember, okay, you know what? Let me just go over here and just get this number 12. So like I like that was my route number 12. Like, let me just go ahead and get this 12 here. Shit, and then see what I have to do, and then maybe if I put the magazines away. And thank goodness there was a guy in there that was nice enough to help me. He was like, I'm gonna help you put away your magazines, and I'm gonna help you mark your parcels. That dude was a legend. That I was like, thank you so much, man. Like he actually had someone else do his route. He could help me on my route, and he cut off easily like 3 or 4 hours of time because like I was getting out of the post office at around 11 a.m. And that's around the time when everyone normally leaves and they go out on their route and probably come back around 4 or 5 or something like that. So I was leaving around the time everyone else is leaving. I can tell you for a fact though, if he hadn't helped me, I told him straight up. Like when we were like almost done marking like the parcels and was about to put them in the truck, I was like, I still would have been casing my very first box of flats, man. I would have still been casing my very first because like the amount of time that it took to like I mean because when you have to learn your whatever they call it, your box, you have to learn all the addresses and stuff on the different sides, and it takes time. Like some people just get it like that, and I'm just like, bro, like the person that's training me, or I'm her relief. Like the carrier, like she was talking about how she was an anomaly and she learned within 3 days. And back in her day, you didn't have OJI training. You did, and that she learned it all. I'm like, man, you can be really sick, cause like you could tell she like I was, man. So it's like I was sitting there and I'm like, so, hey man, just to keep it real with you, if you weren't helping me do this, I would have still been, um, like putting away my flats and stuff, and I would have been the only one in the post office still putting away stuff. And everybody would have been out, and I would have been literally the only one back there. While everyone else was already on the road. So we were making good time. Like so far, so good. The day's going all right. On the specific route that I'm assigned to, it sucks ass because it's not like a simple. okay, a cluster box here, a cluster box there, and then oh, and a cluster box is like if you for those who live in apartments, it's like how you got those small mini boxes. That's what a cluster box is. You don't have a mailbox. You just go to the key, and it's got all those individual boxes. That's what a cluster box. So it's like a cluster box here, and like it's organized on the on your shelf or your box, where you pull down at. And it's like, and then the rest is easy. She's got the sheriff's department, and then she's got like 4 or 5 cluster boxes, and then she has a courthouse you have to go to, and y'all know what certifieds are registered. Sometimes I have to take it to a separate building. Then I got a blue box or something that I have to scan. Then she has a high school and an elementary school she has to go to. Like, she even admitted to me when she first started training me, her route was one of the most irritating and hardest routes, and no one likes running her route. And I'm her official sub, and everyone else that worked that route try to get off it as soon as possible. Like, there are other people who used to work that route who were trained by her who said, yeah, I couldn't wait. Like, the moment I got my training, I actually be moved to a different route. And I'm like, bruh. So like I said, when we got out, everything was going all right. I was like, okay, we straight. I was like, we got out at 11 o'clock. Things are going good so far. I'm like, all right, drive up, check my mirrors. You scan this little thing to put in your mileage on your truck and everything. I'm like, all right, let me just do that. Put in the mileage on the truck and good to go. Let's see what's going on. So I get out on the road, y'all. Like, once again, like, it takes time to learn. Like, maybe it's just me, but bro, you have to learn your address. You have to learn where to go. So I go to the first couple mailboxes. I pass one. I miss one. I'm like, shit. So I immediately have to make a U-turn. I'm like, God damn. So I have to turn around, make a U-turn, get to the other box. Going to a neighborhood now. It starts raining heavy. I'm like, oh my goodness. First day out on the route by myself. It's raining heavy. I like, bro, when I learned this. So I learned this the hard way. When you pull down, I don't care if it takes you 30 extra years. I don't care if you're about to finish pulling down in like the year 2048. You make sure you pull down right. Like, I'm going to start just or putting the cluster boxes in separate rubber bands or something like that, because I pulled down incorrect and I wrapped them up. There's something wrong, I don't know, but every other address was wrong. Like, when I was going through the mail and like sorting the mail out, putting it into separate, like about to put it in mailboxes in the neighborhood, I'm like, this is the correct address, but this one is a couple blocks down. It's like, that's not right. And I look and they're like, wait, this is not until the next neighborhood that I go into. I messed the mail completely up. So I'm like, bruh, it's raining, and then like on top of that, I didn't put the boxes in the back right. So even though I had marked them, I didn't put the boxes in the back right. So like they were flying everywhere and everything. So anytime I had to go get a box from the back to scan it and bring it up to the front door of someone's house, I would have to actually go in the back and try to find and go through each one and try to find the address. So I'm like, bro, and like at this time, I'm still in the same neighborhood, like at the very first beginning of my route, and it's been like an hour already, and I'm like, oh my god, it's pouring down rain. Like, this 19 fucking 20 windshield wiper isn't doing anything. It's pouring down rain. Mosquitoes are somehow getting in, tearing my legs and arms up. I can't see anything. The mail is disorganized, and I can't find the parcels I need to in the back. I've missed like 4 or 5 houses already in that neighborhood, so I have to go back and try to backtrack. And like, I was sitting there for a second, and just holding my head like, Lord Jesus, what have I done? What have I got myself into? Oh my God. And this is just at the beginning of the route. I'm like, okay, you know what? Finish up this neighborhood. I'm like, I finish up the neighborhood, go to another neighborhood. There's a cluster box. Open up the cluster box. Addresses are wrong. Not a single piece of mail that I had pulled down was for that right cluster box. I was supposed to be at that time of the cluster box. The mail was telling me I was meant to be at like a whole different neighborhood, and I'm like, this isn't until the end of my route. This address on this mail, and I'm like, oh my, like, I don't know what I did when I pulled down that I messed it up that bad. I'm like, oh my god, man, like. So I was legitimately just sitting in the truck for like a good 20 minutes, just holding my head. Like that's how stressed I was. I was just like, oh my god, man, I cannot believe. So we got disorganized mail. We can't see anything because of the old ass windshield wipers in the truck. And the mosquitoes are tearing my arms, my legs up. Um, I'm late as hell at this point. Like around this time, my carrier would be halfway, if not almost only a quarter of her route left. Because around that time, it was like I think 2 or 3 o'clock. And I'm like, I still have like 40 or 50 parcels in the back, and I still had 2 or 3 trays left. And I just sat there for like another 20 minutes, just holding my head, like, what have I done? What have I done? Like the mail, like after a certain point when you pull down so bad that the mail is just beyond repair, you're fucked. That's it. I mean, that's it. There's no way for you to organize it. Unless you know the route like the back of your hand, like the person who, like the my OJI, like she expected, like you could tell that she would expect you to know it and everything like automatically. Like she wouldn't yell or nothing, but like if you asked a question, like if I was like, oh wait, can you tell me what this means again? She would be like, I told you that. She's like, I'd be like, whoa. I'd be like, whoa. Like, what the fuck's your problem? Like, and I'd be like, man, like, um, and she just, and she's been doing it for like 9 years, so she just knows it like that. Like, she just knows what to do automatically. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, she could easily pick up the mail, get the mail, and organize it in like less than 2 minutes because she knows. She didn't even have to look at the address most of the time. Like, and I'm like, I'm trying to get to that stage. So anyway, um, get done with the mail. I mean, not get done with the mail. I eventually, another hour goes by, and I eventually am able to find the mail for that cluster box by searching through 2 or 3 of my trays and having to pick out each individual piece of mail and put it in the cluster box. I was able to find it. I'm like, okay, it's 3 o'clock. It's okay. I still got 3 hours to go. Maybe I can. It won't look too bad. On my way to the other neighborhood, and my truck shuts off. My fucking truck shuts off. I'm like, bruh, what? Start it up again. Try to rev the engine a little bit. Starts back on. I'm like, okay. Start driving. Almost turn into the street. Luckily, I didn't. Almost turn into a busy ass intersection too. The car shuts off again. But luckily, I was like, I was like in a part of like a neighborhood, so it wasn't like I wasn't in the way of anything. People could still pass me and all that. And I'm like, are you serious? Truck shuts down on me first day of employment. First day of working by myself. I have to call the post office. And I have to be like, hey, I'm down, but the truck's down. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yep, truck. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Something happened. It's not starting. It's stalling out. So, and he was like, okay, we gotta send a tow truck. Tow truck takes an additional hour to get to me. I'm like, bruh. So it's around 4 or 5 o'clock. Now keep in mind, they say you need to be back by 6 o'clock. Yeah, no. It was around. No, I'm stupid. It was around at that time. It couldn't have been 3. Couldn't have been 3. But it was like probably 2:45, 2:50. Keep in mind, they want you to be back by 6 o'clock to get the outgoing mail to the truck, and I'm still not even done with a quarter of the beginning of my route yet. So an hour goes by. It's around 2:30, 2:45 when they told me back to the post office. They had me transfer everything from the old truck to a new one to get back out on the road. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, can you take this? So while I was transferring, I remember I had an express. long story short, for those who are watching this who aren't in the post office, an express is a piece of mail or a parcel. And when I say parcel, a parcel is just a fancy word for a package, just like your Amazon box or just a box. And pretty much what an express is that someone paid extra money to make sure that that's delivered to them on time at a certain time, and to deliver to them, uh, quickly. It's like priority mail, and it's called Priority Express. So let's just say that you have a check coming in, and you want to make sure you get that check before a certain time to pay a bill. You would just pay an extra couple of dollars. And the Priority Express, there's a rule, and it's like one of the golden rules. It's like, if you don't do this, you can get fired. Like, all Priority Express mail has to be delivered before 3 p.m. It has to be like that. That's one of the rules. And I told the postmaster, I was like, "Hey, look, I don't know what you want to do with this, but this is like, I got 15. I still have to switch all this stuff from the other truck. I hadn't even reached the neighborhood yet. It wasn't even close to reaching the neighborhood where the express went. I was like, so I can go take this in my own car real quick to the dude's house or something." He was like, "Nah, I can just take it." I'm like, "All right, thanks." Get everything loaded back onto a new truck. I'm like, "All right." Now around this time, by the time I got everything loaded to the new truck, I'm ready to go back out. It's like 3:30. It's about to, so an hour goes by after he tows me back. Luckily, some other carriers just came back, and they were generous enough because they had my old route before. So they were generous enough. He said, "Okay, I'll take the end of your route." Someone said, "I'll take a little bit of your middle." And I was like, "Thank God." Like, they helped me out so much. I was like, "Thanks, man." So y'all would think, right? Y'all would think I'm back out on the roads like 4:15, 4:30, something like that. I'm like, so you would think, right? I had two trays. I had two trays left, and I think 20 or 30 packages left. 20 or 30 parcels. And you would think that's easy, right? Oh, piece of cake, that's easy. I went to the courthouse, delivered everything at the courthouse. Y'all, I got to the next neighborhood, mail was still disorganized. I was like, bruh, there's no way. I was like, okay, so it's only two neighborhoods I have to go to. How hard can this be to sort it? Y'all, an hour and a half went by. And that's when I was able to sort another, because there was another cluster box in that neighborhood. And I had to sort that. Finally got that. Y'all, it's going on 5:30. Starts pouring down rain again. I'm in the neighborhood. They had someone from the post office actually come to meet me to get all my outgoing mail to take it back so they could get it to the truck. I'm like, all right, bet I got this. Let's do this. And I'm trying to hype myself up. I'm like, all right, so you can go, you can come back whenever you want to, or so I thought. I get a call around 6:30, 6:45. How's it going out there? I'm like, hey man, at this point, y'all, I'm like completely defeated. At this point, look, mail is disorganized. I've still got a tray and a half left of DPS. I've still got 15 to 20 parcels in the back that are unorganized. The mail's unorganized. I'm almost out of gas in the truck. I don't have a charger for my phone. I don't have a portable charger. So my phone's on 10%. It was my only thing I was using to get to the neighborhoods and stuff, and to get and to find my route. I don't know what to do. I was sitting on the side of the road for a good 25 minutes before I called the postmaster back. And I was like, look, I didn't tell him this, but I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's literally nothing I can do. There's nothing, I don't know what to do. I was like, I don't know what to do. And I was thinking before I called him, I'm like, I got parcels in the back that are marked that are all disorganized, 15 or 20. I've got another. Oh yeah, I also had small packages too. I had like a good 10, 15 small packages, and I had the parcels in the back. Another 15, 20 big ones in the back. I've got a whole tray and a half of DPS left, and it's going on 7 o'clock. At this point, I'm freaking out. I'm thinking because I got my doggo. I got Badge, my baby. He's sleeping right now. I ain't gonna wake him up, but I'm like, I still have that I have to worry about. he's been in the cage for 7 or 8 hours. I'm like, I know he used the bat. I know he took a shit in the cage. I just know he did. I'm like, I'm concerned because the cage is small, and I'm like, he's probably laying in it right now. I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like, my phone's on 5%. I want to use my phone to see if I can use it and get to the next neighborhood and maybe try to deliver something. But oh, I can't use it because then it's going to die. And I'm going to really be in trouble because then nobody's going to be able to contact me from the post office. I can't find my way back to the post office. I can't find what the hell I'm doing. The mail is disorganized. I don't know what the hell to do. I'm just confused. I'm about to be out of gas. Other truck broke down. I'm just like, don't know what to do. He calls me. He's like, hey, just bring it all back. He was like, just bring it all back. I was like, you sure? He was like, yeah, all parcels should be delivered. Like, yes, that's a mandatory thing, but you can't be out past certain times, just the rules. So I got back at like, I think, what, 7:30. And he just had to scan all the packages and told me that somebody else would take them tomorrow. And I was just sitting there shaking my head, man. I was just shaking my head. And I was like, this ever happened to you before? And he was like, nah, I know it's happened. It just hasn't happened to me while I've been a manager. And I was like, damn. It's like, damn, man. Second day, I'm gonna make this one short because we're going on 21 minutes already. I don't even know if this will upload right tonight. But second day, y'all. Second day. It's a Sunday. And y'all know Sundays, for those who work in the USPS, is Amazon training. I mean Amazon packages, and it has to be one of the easiest ways to make money, like easy money on a Sunday. Like literally, the packages are marked for you, and they're marked like in a way, and like the GPS on the scanner will take you there, or so I thought. The Jeep, like, so on the package, for a good example, right? So you'll have a package, and then at the top in bright red, it'll be on like the marker, it'll be like the number 2, which is your route, and then it'll have a slash, and then it'll say 12 or something, which is, the number of the package, the 12th package you'll deliver. And everyone's already marked it for you. So you literally just find the route you wanted to run on Sunday. So mine was like route 4, and you just put them in order, like 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, 4-6, and it's that simple. You put it in your truck, and you're not delivering letters, you're not delivering DPS, you're not delivering flats, only boxes. That's it. Should be easy, right? And on top of that, you put that in the you put it in your GPS and your scanner. Your scanner will like talk to you like your phone would on Google Maps, and it takes you to their house, to each house, and it even goes in order of your packages. All right, package 1 goes here. Package 2 for route 4 goes here. Package 3. That's extremely easy, y'all. So apparently, I didn't know this, but someone didn't tell me that the scanners are as old as the trucks are. For those who work in the USPS, y'all know the damn trucks haven't been updated since the damn Tyrannosaurus Rex period. So the scanners are just as old as the trucks. So they'll take you to roads that no longer exist. So it took me to the back of this person's yard. And here I am with this big ass truck in the back of someone's yard, right? And there's a shed back there, and I'm like, why is it telling me to go behind this shed? Like this is weird. Like I'm already in someone's backyard. Got people looking at me through their window. I drove literally behind someone's house. I'm like, but the GPS is telling me like 100% that something's behind this. So I get out of my truck to make sure and run behind the shed. And sure enough, there's an old dirt road that goes up this hill. And it goes into this open field. And I'm like, but there's no house out here. There's just an open field. And there's a house way, way, way down past the open field. But I'm like, there must be another way to get there. Because I'm seeing other, concrete regular roads. I'm like, wait, what? So the GPS is telling me I try to turn around, it reroutes me right back. So I'm like, okay. So I drive behind the shed, and sure enough, try to go up the dirt road and get stuck because it was raining that day. And the mud, and like at first the tires were moving. I was like, come on, come on, come on. Tires started spinning. I was like, GG, that's it. Once tires start spinning, it's over. I tried it for a good 20 or 30 minutes before I had to call the office. And at that point, tires were just destroyed. I'm like, bruh. I mean, not destroyed, but every time you try to press the gas too long, smoke would come up. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, one of the easiest days to deliver on a Sunday. Packages are marked for you for the route and for the number, which you deliver and everything. Easy money, and I'm stuck. First day, truck breaks down. I get back late, still with a whole bunch of trays and packages left. Second day, truck gets stuck. Have to call them again. Same person that told me out. Same person that told me back to the office on the first day. That when my truck broke down, it was the same guy that come to told me out that dirt. He was like, "Looks like we're gonna be good friends," and I was like, "I guess so." So he tows me back out. I get back out on the road, deliver the rest of the packages. It's raining, but it's whatever. Like I said, the scanner is taking me to different places. I get back to the office. Someone gonna have the nerve to look at me. Oh yeah, by the way, we use our phones. We use Google Maps because those are outdated. I'm like, oh, thanks for letting me know. So that's my first 2 days, man. I was kind of proud of myself because what was it? Was it? I think it was Sunday. I think it was on that Sunday where I did the Amazon stuff. On that Sunday, a whole bunch of the employees, and they were serious. They were like genuine, like dead ass serious. They were like, "Hey, you came back," and I thought at first only one or two people said that, and I was like, "They just joking." And like 5 or 6 more said, "Hey, man, you actually came back. I'm proud of you. Like, good job." I'm like, "What? Really?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, most people quit on the spot due to the stress that the USPS puts on you." And I was like, "I believe that, bro. I believe him because that shit was mad stressful. Like, my first day and second day was something I'll never forget. But it was just mad stressful, man. Like, information overload to the max. Like, I gotta go back in. I'm gonna end this video now, y'all. I gotta go back in tomorrow. Oh shit! I think I took a bit. Never mind. I gotta go back in tomorrow. Um, my carrier took off. I was supposed to be off until next Monday, but she took off tomorrow and Friday. So I got a message from my postmaster. She was like, "Well, she took off Thursday and Friday, so you could get more training on that route." And I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks." In my brain, I was thinking. In my brain, I was um, like at first I was like, "Okay, well that's cool," and then like my brain realized, wait a minute, training on the route, but she's off work, so they're gonna have me run it by myself again. I thought it meant that like I don't know why my brain, but I was thinking for some reason that she was taking off of work so she could just help me with it and take her time, and she's gonna be there. But who the hell would do that? That don't make sense. And she's not that nice. She's a nice person, but she ain't that nice. She ain't gonna take off of work and then come in to help me and walk me through it, man. She ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna be in the office by myself in the morning. I'll tell you what. But just wanted to tell y'all my first 2 days, man. Fucking hell, my first 2 days by myself on the route. So go back tomorrow morning. Hit it again. I'm hard headed and persistent, so I don't quit, man. Even if I want to, it's not my DNA. So fuck it. If I get fired, I'll get fired before I quit. So hey, go back in tomorrow, y'all. See what this USPS job has to offer me tomorrow, and see what it has to offer me Friday. I only can learn from your mistakes and keep on moving forward, right? So I will catch all of y'all. When I catch all of y'all, man, I'll probably have a video for y'all tomorrow. And when I get off of work too, because every single damn day, every fucking day, it's gonna be a story. Well, matter of fact, I got a dog story for you real quick. This video gonna be going on 30 fucking minutes. Oh my goodness, this is the longest video ever recorded, I think. But let me say that real quick. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save it. I'll catch y'all later. Shit.